Protozoan protists, that group which we have studied, that is the fifth group. That is the fifth group, last group of the kingdom Protista, right? So yesterday we studied about the characteristics, that is they are showing the different kinds of the modes of nutrition, also the different groups that which have been made because of the special structures associated with them. For example, if having the pseudopodia having irregular structure, it is amoeboid protozoans. Having flagella, that is if flagella is present, that is flagellated protozoans. Okay, these are the members that are belonging to the protozoan protist group, right? There are four subgroups we talked about yesterday. The third subgroup is ciliated protozoans. As the name is saying, ciliated. That is, these members are specially associated with the presence of the cilia in them for the locomotion process. Right? For moving from one place to the another, these have numerous of the cilia. So ये इसका cilia की presence की वजह से इसका नाम इस group का पड़ा ciliated protozoans, right? As here it was flagella and flagellated, so this is having cilia, so ciliated, right? So in this ciliated, there is the example is paramecium, the structure that which you people have studied since long, है ना? आप लोग छोटे होते से ये पढ़ते आ रहे हो इस structure को paramecium का, that is having a slipper like structure. This paramecium is having, you can see here on the board that whenever I'm writing any scientific name, I'm underlining it, right? So whenever you are also going to write it in your exams, you have to underline it, right? Just showing that we know the rules and we are writing it because we are having the knowledge of the scientific names and the rules to write the scientific names, right? And the common names, they won't be, this amoeba is also, I guess, the scientific name. Commonly used, also the scientifically used amoeba. Entamoeba histolytica is the scientific name, right? So this is Entamoeba member and the amoeba member. They are both having the scientific names, you can say, and then underline them, right? So this is ciliated protozoan I was talking about. Sorry for this. Ciliated protozoans, that is paramecium. Paramecium के अंदर हम लोग को पता है, आप लोगों ने इसका एक structure पढ़ा हुआ है. There is a rough structure I'm going to draw. This has a slipper shaped structure, first of all, like this, and a slipper shaped structure is iska. This is the slipper shaped structure, right? And it is surrounded by the numerous of the cilia. That is, for the movement they are surrounded by the numerous of the cilia. So there are present number of cilia surrounding this member like this, है ना? So this is the presence of the cilia all around. You can even draw this paramecium if you want. The diagram of euglena and paramecium, they are also given in your books, but in that they are not labeled, I guess, in your NCRTs. So you can just draw and label these diagrams here only. You may or may not get the questions in your exams. There are long cilia, a bit long cilia, and in a group, in a bunch over the tip of this, and this is called as a tuft of cilia. That's a bunch of cilia, right? Then again, it is all surrounded by these thin hair-like structures. Flagella are thick thread-like structures and they are always countable. मतलब उनको count कर सकते हैं, but these cilia are numerous. हम तो draw कर रहे हैं तो इसलिए थोड़े से नजर आ रहे हैं, लेकिन these are numerous, right? So keep drawing alongside. Then these members, they have the two of the nuclei, that is a macronucleus, big size nucleus, which is bean shaped. Okay, so this is the bean shaped structure. It's a macronucleus, and a micronucleus, that is a small rounded nuclei which is present associated with it, right? These also have the two of the contractile vacuoles. Contractile vacuoles जो है इसमें, if you are making the small circle, then extended आपने this is the big circle I'm making, then you are to make it the small radiating canals like this. Okay, and if you are drawing the very small circle like this, है ना, जैसे कलम ने बनाया था small circle, then you are to make the big radiating extended radiating canals around it. So you are to create the two of the contractile vacuoles, and the process, the function is same, that is that is osmoregulation, right? So for osmoregulation, these contractile vacuoles are present. Two contractile vacuoles are present in this. Also, this has a gullet or a cavity, that which is basically surrounding it, that which is helping it to be in contact with the outer environment like this. right? So there is a gullet or a cavity. This is a cavity or a gullet that which is allowing it to be in association with its surrounding, है ना? क्योंकि बाकी का सारा स्ट्रक्चर जो है वो डायरेक्टली एसोसिएटेड नहीं है, डायरेक्टली जाके कैप्चरिंग नहीं करता है फूड की, तो फूड की कैप्चरिंग इस ओपनिंग से हो रही है, इस गलट पार्ट से हो रही है, ठीक है? ऑरल कैविटी वी कैन से इट, और इट इज कॉल्ड एज अ गलट. Labeling we will do. After this, this is the food vacuole that which will be made when the food is filled in it. Okay, you can see here on the screen. This is the food vacuole. As the food enters through, this is also having the cilia. This is also having the cilia lining like this, that which is helping the easy movement of the food within this, right? Filling the food vacuole inside. So this is the food vacuole. The food passes in and the food vacuole gets filled up. When the food vacuole is filled up, this expands and it attains its mature size, right? जितना maximum size ये attain कर सकता है वो इसने करना है maximum size attain. उसके बाद ये detach हो जाता है, ठीक है? यहाँ से ये कट जाएगा, detach हो जाएगा, and then there is another membrane which needed to be filled if then it will be coming down, है ना? तो अगर वो दोबारा चाहिए तो फिर से उसके अंदर फूड जो है वो आ जाएगा. Now the one which has been detached, जो यहाँ से detach हुआ है, this makes a movement for the further process of nutrition, that is digestion, absorption, assimilation and then finally egestion. So ये एक movement बनाता है that in the structure of 8 की शेप में, ठीक है? 8 होता है ना ऐसा, ठीक है? तो 8 की शेप में ये फूड वैक्यूल ऐसे ऐसे करके घूमेगा. सो इट गोज अराउंड लाइक दिस, इट इज इन द शेप ऑफ 8, ठीक है? तो ये इस तरह से घूमता है, ठीक है? तो 8 की शेप में आप इसको डॉटेड स्ट्रक्चर बना के 8 शो कर सकते हैं, एंड देन यू कैन जस्ट सिंपली pass on the food vacuole further into the different places. It is representing, that is, it is moving in the shape of 8. Okay, the food vacuole. Then finally, after reaching out, that is, after coming out with all the processes completed for egestion, it has a small cytopage over here. That is the part which is helping to excrete out the waste. And for egestion, to throw out all the waste, it is having the part which is called as cytopage. Okay. Cytopage is the part which is present over here. Clear? So now last is the cytoplasm. Cytoplasm you can make simply the dot like structures. और जो 8 वाला बनाया है वो आपने लाइंस के जैसा बनाना है ताकि हमें क्लियर हो कि यू नो दिस कंसेप्ट, ठीक है? इस तरह. हाँ जी, क्लियर है? Now labeling this. This is the tuft of cilia. Tuft of cilia. Wheresoever it won't be clear, beta, please ask me. If it is not clear onto your screen, then I can again make the details of the diagram, or I can show you a closer view of this. This is a contractile vacuole. Right? This portion is called as a cytopage. Cytopage. This cavity, the rounded part, ये जो पहले हमने ऐसे rounded बनाया है ना? पहले rounded बनाया है, फिर उसके बाद 2 lines मारी हैं. जो lines वाला है वो pharynx है, और जो ऊपर rounded portion है वो है उसका oral cavity या gullet, जिसको बोलते हैं हम gullet, ठीक है? So this portion, this is the line वाला portion जो है, that is called as a cytopharynx. This is termed as cytopharynx. Clear? Then I'm erasing out these things so as to label the things, right? Then this is also having the cytopage. Cytopage is done. This is the oral cavity or the gullet. This is a cavity or a gullet. Oral नहीं लिखो इसमें, सिर्फ cavity and gullet. Okay. Then is a macronucleus. This is macronucleus. a micronucleus which was rounded and placed just next to it. This is the micronucleus. You can label it on either side. If it is not coming on one side, then you can label it on the right side as well. Then these are the food vacuoles. This is the food vacuole. Lastly, the cytoplasm, that which is present all around the cell. So this is the cytoplasm. Right, and the cilia. So this is tuft of cilia, and all around surrounding is the cilia itself. Okay, so this is the ciliated protozoan, and the example we have drawn here, that is a diagram of the structure of paramecium. Okay, right. Now here the cilia, these are also showing the movements because of the surrounding water current and everything that which is present. So they will be moving like this, and they are also helping in the movements, as well as the cilia which is lined here within the oral cavity, within the gullet, that is also, this is the complete lining. इस तरह से पूरी lining है, that which is helping the movement of the food. जैसे बाहर से food आएगा तो वो अंदर धकेल देगा, फिर से ऐसे बाहर से food लाता है अंदर डाल देगा, ऐसे करके. तो it is moving like this. Okay, so these are the movements of the cilia. And then finally food vacuole. Food vacuole, when digested out, it has to be. Then for digestion there is a cytophyte. So this is a member of the protozoa protist, that is belonging to the group of ciliated protozoans. Right? Clear? And the characters, whatever I have talked about for paramecium, they are the maximum, you can say, the characters which are also involved for the members as a whole for ciliated protozoans that you can write. Okay. The last subgroup, that is of the sporozoans. Sporozoans. As the name is suggesting, sporo means it has to be the one which is going to form the spores in their life cycle. So the spore like structures, because these are the smaller organisms, these are the lower organisms, not much advanced, much modified. So we can only write spore like structures. So these are the special organisms of protozoan protist which can produce a spore like structure or a stage throughout their life cycle. Okay, a structure or a stage that appears in their life cycle. Okay. द एग्जाम्पल बीइंग, क्योंकि मैंने कल आपको एक डिफरेंस बताया था कि आपने कैपिटल पी वाला प्लाज्मोडियम जो है वो नहीं लिखना, बिकॉज नंबर कट जाते हैं, बिकॉज सेम ही ग्रुप में दोनों पीस का बात हो रहा है इन किंगडम प्रोटिस्टा. सो इसीलिए आपको इस दोनों चीजों का ध्यान रखना पड़ेगा. दिस इज अ मेंबर विच इज प्लाज्मोडियम, एंड दिस प्लाज्मोडियम, here the example was paramecium. The plasmodium is a malarial parasite, and this starts with capital P. Okay. Now, if you are getting to have this question as in viva form or in theory form, you will be asked with capital P and small p difference. And if you are using the aggregation of those things like the structures which have been made for forming the fruiting bodies and all in slime molds, and you are writing in this way, capital P plasmodium, then it will be properly wrong. It will not be a correct answer, because the same group is carrying both the things, so you have to keep it in mind. Okay, so this is plasmodium, which also produces certain spore like conditions, structures or stages throughout the life cycle. And the life cycle of plasmodium you will be studying in your 12th class, right? So this is the one which is because of the production of these spore type structures, it has been placed in the sporozoans. Clear? These members are also, because we are talking about one which is causing disease, so the members which are placed in this, they are maximally, they are parasitic, and they are causing diseases to the humans. ठीक है, ह्यूमन कॉजिंग डिजीजेस के जो मेंबर्स कुछ अगर अवेलेबल हैं तो वो यहाँ पे अवेलेबल हैं स्पोरोजोन्स. ठीक है, even this entamoeba also causes a disease, this is also causing a disease, but the other members amoeba is not that harmful to us, है ना. If present, then if present in abundance in the water and we consume it, then it may also lead to the food poisoning kind of the things. But the major problems they are happening, and the major of the, you can say, collection of the parasitic members that is found in this group. Okay, so this is the kingdom Protista. Any questions to anyone? Kingdom Protista, that's the second kingdom we have finished. Anyone having any doubt, any question? Yes. Anji. So this is the third kingdom. The third kingdom according to Whitaker, and that third kingdom according to Whitaker, that is kingdom fungi. Kingdom fungi, plantae and animalia. According to Whitaker, he has placed all together, but because this is actually the smaller kind of the group and we are to study here from the chapter of biological classification. So this is kingdom fungi. That's the third kingdom classified as according to Whitaker. Okay. So kingdom fungi members, they are very different kind of the members. They are totally different from the other groups. May it be a plantae, animalia, or the first monarans, or the protozoan, the protista members. So these are totally different, and these members they have some special kind of the characters which make them unique. Unique, that is, they are totally different from the other groups, right? So what are the characteristics, the general features that which makes them different from the other groups? So what are the general characteristics or the general features of this group of kingdom fungi? So सबसे पहले इसका body structure, सबसे पहले आता है इसका body structure, that is the body structure of the kingdom fungi members. They are thread like structures which are known as hyphae. Hyphae क्या है? These are the thread like structures that of the kingdom fungi members. हाइफे, जैसे आप एक प्लांट है, प्लांट को देखोगे, मैं पूछूंगी आपको कि कौन कौन से इसके जनरल फीचर्स हैं, यू विल से मैम इट हैज अ स्टेम, इट हैज अ रूट, है ना, यू आर अवेयर ऑफ दैट. बट हियर इन दिस केस hyphae, they are the simple thread like but microscopic structures. So these are the hyphae, very thin thread like structures that run along the whole of the substrate. Substrate means जहाँ पे ये grow करते हैं, ठीक है. हाइफा जिनमें ग्रो करते हैं, जैसे ब्रेड मोल्ड है, एक सिंपल सा एग्जांपल आपके घर पे है, तो ब्रेड मोल्ड में एक ब्रेड का स्लाइस है, उसका इतना थिकनेस है और प्रॉपर उसका वेट है ना, प्रॉपर वो जो आपका ब्रेड पीस है, आई एम जस्ट मेकिंग द रफ स्केच ऑफ दैट ब्रेड पीस, है ना. सो इट इज हैविंग समथिंग लाइक दिस, इस तरह से ये ब्राउन वाला जो सरफेस होता है एंड इट हैज अ पर्टिकुलर थिकनेस लाइक दिस, है ना, ऐसा ही होता है आपका ब्रेड स्लाइस. नाउ दिस हाइफा दे आर रनिंग ऑल अक्रॉस दिस, ठीक है, ये पूरा इसके अंदर, पूरी इसकी थिकनेस के अंदर इस तरह फैल जाते हैं, इनके हाइफा जो होते हैं वो पूरा फैल जाते हैं, स्प्रेड हो जाते हैं, thread like structures, है ना. But these are not visible to us, these hypha, because they are within the structure, so these are not visible. What comes out visibly, that are the fruiting bodies, जो आपने अभी अंजलि पूछा हमसे. So that are the fruiting bodies. Now these hypha they may extend upwards or downwards, ठीक है, ये ऊपर की तरफ या नीचे की तरफ भी एक्सटेंड हो जाते हैं. तो जब ये बाहर आएंगे, जब ये सर्फ से बाहर की तरफ आएंगे, तो हमें इनके ऊपर इस तरह कुछ स्टॉक्स नजर आती हैं, कैरिंग द स्पोर टाइप स्ट्रक्चर्स, दैट इज द स्पोर जो बनाने वाले स्ट्रक्चर्स हैं इनके, वो इनके अंदर प्रेजेंट रहते हैं. तो उसके लिए तब हमें ये विजिबल जो है वो होने शुरू होते हैं. एंड वी कैन सी दीज पिन हेडेड स्ट्रक्चर्स ओवर द ब्रेड सरफेस. कभी आपके अगर फंगस लगा होगा ब्रेड पे, या अगर आप देखना चाहते हैं, व्यू करना चाहते हैं, यू जस्ट स्प्रिंकल 2 to 3 ड्रॉप्स ऑफ द वाटर ऑन दिस, जस्ट लाइक आप अपना हैंड डिप करके ऐसे ऐसे थोड़ा सा ड्रिपिंग कर दीजिए पानी का उसके ऊपर, ब्रेड पीस के ऊपर, एंड जस्ट कीप इट इन अ प्लेट ओवर द योर किचन शेल्फ एंड एवरीथिंग, लाइक कुछ भी ओपन में छोड़ दो उसको, मतलब, ठीक है. तो थोड़ी देर के बाद क्या होगा, इट विल स्टार्ट ग्रोइंग इनटू द फंगल ग्रोथ जो है वो आनी शुरू हो जाए, ठीक है. पर अभी अभी मत करना, आजकल के दिनों में वैसे ही वायरस एंड फंजाइज ने बहुत खतरा डाला हुआ है. सो आज के दिनों में मत करना, यू कैन डू दिस व्हेन एवर दिस कोरोना काल विल बी ओवर, ओके. सो आफ्टर दिस यू कैन डू इट, राइट. अभी मत करके देखना, इफ पॉसिबल देन आई विल शो यू, ठीक है. मैं अपने आप अगर बना कभी तो यहाँ मिला तो आई विल शो यू, आई ट्राई टू शो यू दीज फंजाई पिन हेडेड स्ट्रक्चर्स, ओके. सो अदरवाइज यू कैन व्यू इट इन द गूगल ऑल्सो, राइट. गूगल इमेजेस में सर्च करके देखें आप, तो यहाँ पे पिन हेडेड स्ट्रक्चर जो है वो फंजाई के नजर आते हैं. दीज आर ओनली द टिप ऑफ दिस, दैट इज ओनली द ब्लैक कलर्ड हेड स्ट्रक्चर्स नजर आते हैं जिनके अंदर स्पोर्स कैरिड होते हैं. और ये स्पोर्स क्योंकि ये बहुत सारे हैं, व्हेन दिस स्ट्रक्चर ब्लास्ट, तो ये स्पोर्स सारे की सारी पैकेट ऑफ द ब्रेड जो स्लाइसेस हैं उनके ऊपर, सबके ऊपर फैल जाते हैं एंड वी कांट सी देम, है ना, we can't see them because these are the microscopic members. The fungi members, they are the microscopic members. No doubt they are multicellular, no doubt they are eukaryotic, but they are again cellular, है ना. So being these kind of the structures, they are all microscopic, right? So we should not consume, if even one bread is stale or if one bread is infected, so we should not consume any of the other bread slices of that same packet, right? So coming to the next is हाइफा जो है, ये तो हुआ हमारी जो ऑब्जर्वेशन होता है, that is how we can see. We can't see these threads, but we can see only the pin-headed structures. Now hypha itself shows numerous of the changes, or you can say the variations which are present within the different organisms. So the hypha, that can be the unicellular hypha, it can be a single celled hypha. सिर्फ एक ही हमारे पास सिंगल सेल्ड मेंबर है फंजाई का, एंड दैट इज द example, only one single celled unicellular fungi member, that is the fungi, sorry, that's the yeast member. Yeast, it is a single celled member, and this unicellular single celled member, it is not having this extended type of a structure. It has a oval shape of a structure, that which you have already studied in your class 10th. Okay. Secondly, they can also show variations having the multiple celled structures. So this can be multicellular structure as well. But whatever the case is, unicellular or multicellular, they are having the uninucleated condition. That is, the cells like this, if the hypha, they are having numerous of the cells, they are having a single nuclei in each, है ना. अभी तक के जो हमने ये general features हैं हमारे दोनों, but some of the members, there are some rare members that also shows some different structure, being single celled having multiple nuclei, or being multicellular having multiple nuclei. This is both having the single nuclei. You can write unicellular uninucleates, है ना. Unicellular uninucleate is a condition when it is yeast. Multicellular and uninucleate, this is a condition in many of the members like that of the Agaricus even, that is single celled and single nucleated. Okay. But sometimes in some of the members, it happens that all the walls of this, initially the member was multiple celled, but बाद में क्या हुआ, इसकी walls जो हैं वो सारी dissolve हो गई. ठीक है. It can happen during the unfavorable conditions also. So all the walls they get what do you say dissolved. ठीक है. जब सारी walls इसकी dissolve हो जाएंगी तो वो unicellular बन जाएगा, प्लस साथ में multi nucleated हो जाएगा. So this is multinucleated but unicellular. How it will look like? This is the hypha, let's say. This is single celled, है ना. है अब ये rod like पूरा ऐसे हमने बना दिया extended thread like structure. पर अब इसकी बीच की walls जो हैं वो dissolve हो चुकी हैं, and it is having the numerous of the nuclei like this. So this is what? This is a single celled but multinucleated condition. The single-celled multinucleated condition is specifically called as a cynocytic condition when in a common cytoplasm number of the these nuclei, they are floating, है ना. Number of nuclei are present within a common cytoplasm, we call it as a cynocytic condition, or the hypha will be termed as cynocytic hypha. Clear? Similarly, it can have multinucleated, which is very less, very rare. It can also show the presence of multicellular plus multinucleate condition. This can also be available. Multinucleated or multicellular condition can also be available. And in this, there is, supposing this is the hypha, right? And the hypha, that is showing the multiple cells, number of the cells which are present, but each having number of nuclei. So they are having the number of nuclei like this. Okay. So this is rarest form of the higher of the organisms, which can be seen in the higher of the organisms, right? So these are the variations which are seen in the hyphal members. Okay. एक फीचर तो इसका लिख के देना है आपने, मल्टीसेलुलर यूकैरियोटिक, जो भी टेकर का फीचर है. ठीक है. दूसरा, विटेकर ने और कौन कौन से फीचर लिए थे? दो तो ये हो गए, कम्प्लेक्सिटी ऑफ सेल और कम्प्लेक्सिटी ऑफ ऑर्गेनिज्म. After this, Whitaker took another character, that is its ecological behavior and the mode of nutrition. So mode of nutrition में हम लोग already पढ़ चुके हैं. That is, what is the mode of nutrition for these members? It is saprotrophic. That is, the members can be saprophytic, feeding on the plants. They can also be saprozoic, feeding on the animals, the fungi members, right? And they can also show some parasitic relationships, right? कई फंगल मेंबर्स होते हैं जो सिम्बायोटिक एसोसिएशन भी देते हैं. आप लोगों ने जूनियर क्लासेस में पढ़ा है लाइकेन का. सो दे आर ऑल्सो शोइंग सिम्बायोसिस. दे आर ऑल्सो शोइंग अपार्ट फ्रॉम द रिलेशंस. अगर हम ये सेप्रोट्रॉफिक की बात कर रहे हैं तो दैट इज ओनली द मोड ऑफ न्यूट्रिशन, बट दिस ऑल्सो एक्सप्लेन्स द रिलेशन of one organism fungi with the other organisms, है ना? So that is, it is feeding on the dead and decay. But if it is having the living association with some other member, it also shows symbiosis. For example, that of the lichens and mycorrhiza. तो यहाँ पे दो example है हमारे पास. एक है lichens का, एक है mycorrhiza. Mycorrhiza, double RHIZA. What is this lichen? Lichen is an association of algae with the fungi. But the mycorrhiza, that is an association of the fungal members with the roots of higher plants. Roots of higher plants. Myco term जो है, that is associated with the fungi. Myco means mycology is the study of fungi. ठीक है, so myco term that is related with the fungi, right? And rhiza term, it is used for the roots. Okay, rhiza term जो होता है वो roots के लिए use होता है. So mycorrhizal associations means that is the association of the fungal member with the roots of higher plants. Okay. Coming to the other features, maximum of these members they are also parasitic. ठीक है, इसमें एक ग्रुप आएगा, आप पढ़ेंगे आगे. सो बहुत सारे आपको ऐसे मेंबर्स मिलेंगे जो कि पैरासिटिक एसोसिएशंस भी देते हैं. दैट इज दे आर causing some diseases to the organisms. Okay, causing some diseases to the organisms. आजकल में भी आप बहुत सारा सुन रहे हो फंगस का, ब्लैक फंगस, वाइट फंगस, येलो फंगस, है ना? तो ये सारी चीजें जो आ रही हैं दैट इज बिकॉज दे आर क्रिएटिंग डिजीज टू द ह्यूमन बींग्स, है ना? ऐसे ही प्लांट्स के लिए बहुत सारे हमारे पास रस्ट्स होते हैं. रस्ट मेंबर्स को नाम दिया जाता है. रस्ट्स होते हैं, स्मट्स होते हैं. ठीक है, देयर आर रस्ट्स, देयर आर स्मट्स. ये कलेक्टिव नेम दिए गए हैं कुछ एक मेंबर्स को, जैसे कि डिजीजेस कॉज करते हैं. व्हीट रस्ट ऑफ, सॉरी, येलो रस्ट ऑफ व्हीट. ठीक है, लूज स्मट ऑफ व्हीट. वो डिजीजेस के नाम है जो मैंने अभी बोले. येलो रस्ट ऑफ व्हीट है, ब्राउन रस्ट ऑफ व्हीट है, ब्लैक रस्ट ऑफ व्हीट है. ठीक है, ये सारी डिजीजेस हैं caused by the rust members, and the rusts are the members, collective name given to the members of these. पक्सीनिया members को एक इकट्ठा नाम दिया जाता है क्योंकि हर डिजीज अलग अलग स्पीशी ने कॉज करनी है. ठीक है, पक्सीनिया की स्पीशीज है, आपको आगे करवाऊंगी मैं. पक्सीनिया मेंबर है, पक्सीनिया की अलग अलग स्पीशीज को एक इकट्ठा नाम दे दिया, रस्ट. दैट विच आर कॉजिंग द डिजीज, दैट इज द रस्ट ऑफ व्हीट. ऐसे ही स्मट्स में आते हैं हमारे पास मेंबर्स जो कि स्मट कॉज करते हैं, यानी कि डिजीज कॉजिंग द स्मट. ऐसे बहुत सारी डिजीजेस हैं जो फंजाई कॉज करता है. सो दीज आर मैक्सिमली द मेंबर्स ऑफ दीज, दे आर parasitic in nature. Okay. Another special feature for the members of fungi, that is the composition of their cell wall. Now the cell wall, it is not cellulosic here, right? It is specially made up of chitin, or someone pronounces it as chitin. Okay, you can pronounce it in either form, either chitin or chitin, कैसा भी बोल सकते हैं आप. ठीक है, and along with this chitin there is also one another component which is present in this, and these are the saccharides. Polysaccharides. ठीक है, polysaccharides. So these are polysaccharide में double C. Polysaccharides. These are the special compositions. Specially, it is made up of chitin or the chitin, and otherwise it can also have the polysaccharides in them. So this is the composition of the cell wall, right? Coming to the reproduction methods, that's the feature for the. This is the mode of reproduction. Mode of reproduction in the members of kingdom fungi. What's the mode of reproduction? As we have already studied that there is the maximum mode of reproduction which is visible in the maximum members, that is asexual method, and that also through the spore formation. स्पोर्स का बनना ये एक स्पेशल फीचर है इनका फंजाई मेंबर्स का, और ये सारे के सारे स्पोर्स प्रोडक्शन जरूर करते हैं. देयर आर न्यूमरस काइंड्स ऑफ द स्पोर्स विच आर प्रेजेंट, like sporangiosپورز, zoospores, aplanospores, conidiosپورز, oidiospores, बहुत सारे टाइप ऑफ स्पोर्स हैं. ठीक है, एस्कोस्पोर, basidiosपोर्स, बहुत सारे टाइप्स ऑफ स्पोर्स हैं, और ये सारे मेंबर्स एसेक्सुअली कॉमनली स्पोर फॉर्मेशन से रिप्रोड्यूस करते हैं. ठीक है, नेक्स्ट बीइंग other methods of this can also be like in yeast you have studied there is a budding method, है ना, yeast में budding का method भी होता है. Some of these also shows fragmentations. They can also exhibit fission type of the asexual method. Okay, but these are rare ones. But spore formation is the main commonly used type of the reproductive method. And then there is sexual method also, and sexual method in details, that is the 3 steps which are involved in this, that we will be studying on Monday, right? The sexual reproduction, that is involving 3 steps further, that is plasmogamy, karyogamy and meiosis. So those 3 steps I will be explaining and we'll be starting it on Monday. Now your time is over. It has already been over. If you have any question, you can just ask me.